Britney Spears' ex-husband, Kevin Federline, has done an interview and is revealing that her children choose not to see her. And he has some more stunning claims about his thoughts on Jamie Spears and the conservatorship. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So we don't talk a lot about Britney Spears on the channel, but we did report when she was freed from her conservatorship. Look, there's a lot of legal mumbo jumbo that we're not going to get into, but a lot was revealed in this conservatorship, and I'm sure you've seen plenty of people that have gone through what was going on behind the scenes when it came to this conservatorship. Well, Kevin Federline, who is the father of the 2 children that he shares with Britney Spears, and he's pretty much changed the image that people had of Kevin Federline when he was married to Britney Spears. A lot of people were like, wow, look at Kevin stepping up and being a father. Well, now he's done an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail and is talking about why his boys with Britney Spears have chosen not to see her. So this is what Kevin says in an interview, and this is just a write-up from our friends over at Page 6 in regards to the interview that he did with the Daily Mail. And they say this: Britney Spears' sons have avoided the toxic singer for months, according to their dad, Kevin Federline. They say Preston, who's 16 years old, and Jaden, 15, even elected not to attend their mother's wedding, her third to Sam Asghari, this spring, as the 40-year-old pop star dominated headlines and frequently posted naked photos of herself online, Federline told the Daily Mail. He says the boys have decided they are not seeing her right now. It's been a few months since they've seen her. They made the decision not to go to her wedding. Federline told the outlet that he and his sons were upset about an allegation Spears leveled on Instagram in April, accusing him of refusing to meet with her when she was pregnant with their sons. Federline threatened to sue his ex-wife over the since-deleted statement. The whole thing has been hard to watch, harder to live through, harder to watch my boys go through than anything else, Kevin reportedly said of the recent media circus surrounding the November end of her conservatorship. He says, it's been tough. It's the most challenging thing I've ever had to do in my life. So as you guys know, Britney and Kevin had a short-lived marriage from 2004 to 2006, and all of this was documented on reality TV and on their show, Britney and Kevin Chaotic. We've seen all that. Subsequently, after their marriage, she had a few public meltdowns, and which led to the conservatorship. You don't need a full history of what happened with Britney Spears. As you know, she had this meltdown in the public, and this is when her father stepped in and got this conservatorship. I know, especially all of you Britney fans and people that have been following this case have said, well, these were the things that were said in court, and they lied in order to get the conservatorship. All of those things are there, okay? I'm just reporting on to you what Kevin is saying in this interview. So according to Page 6, he said, in the years after her court-ordered conservatorship began, her relationship with her sons was peaceful and stable, but had recently deteriorated due to the unspecified things the teens witnessed during their visits with mom, Kevin Federline said in the interview. He says, there were a lot of things going on that I didn't feel comfortable with, he cryptically told the Daily Mail. He continues, he says, I tried to explain to them in regards to her flaunting her body on social media. Kevin says, I tried to explain to them, look, maybe that's just another way she tries to express herself, but that doesn't take away from the fact of what it does to them. It's tough. I can't imagine how it feels to be a teenager having to go to high school. Despite taking out a restraining order on Spears' father, Jamie, in 2019, Kevin Federline told the Daily Mail he thought the allegedly, quote, abusive conservator meant well. I saw this man that really cared and really cares about his family and wanting everything to be okay. When Jamie took over, things got into order. He saved her life. And I can already hear you guys saying, well, wasn't he paying you money as a part of this conservatorship? Well, also, he was the primary care provider for the boys. All right. He continues. They've had a lot of questions about it in regards to the end of the conservatorship. I don't know that I can answer all of them for them, but I tried to explain to them that your mom needed help, you know, and that people were in play to try to make that happen, to make it better. Federline said he hoped Preston and Jaden would have a good relationship with their grandfather. He says, I would absolutely welcome Jamie Spears back into the boys' lives, he said, according to a report, especially if that's what the boys wanted. I don't have any hard feelings towards Jamie Spears. People make mistakes. I feel bad for him. I feel like he's been put through the ringer. So I'm going to say the unpopular opinion, and this is, and I get it. The conservatorship may have went too far, but I also believe that Britney Spears is still dealing with something going on with her mental health. Not sure exactly what it is. Look, we're not privy to all of those specific details. Did they over-medicate her? Did they abuse their power at some point? Yeah, I do believe all of that can be true, and Britney Spears might still need more assistance than she's getting now. I really do believe that, and I've been watching this play out, and look, I haven't said anything. I've said it before in my coverage of this Britney Spears situation when they were battling to end the conservatorship. I've always said that, you know what? Maybe they did go too far in regards to how much they controlled Britney Spears' life, but for all of us that watch all of this play out on social media with Britney Spears and in the media, we knew something wasn't right with Britney, and if someone didn't step in, it probably could have ended up in a very scary place. And now that Britney doesn't have, I don't want to say she didn't have any support. As you know, she just recently got married. I don't know how supportive Sam is in regards to, when I say support, I know he's there, but is he there in a way that's really supportive of Britney Spears, her mental health, her physical health? I don't know, because I honestly still don't believe, and I know I'm not the only one that feels that Britney Spears' constant attacks, not just on her family. Look, we could say a lot of things about her family, but she has taken to social media multiple times, attacking all kinds of people. All kinds of people. I think recently she was attacking the venue that didn't want to host her wedding. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and I still believe that Britney Spears is not in the best place. That's just my intuitive nature speaking out. So the fact that the boys don't want to be around her and they are alluding that there's been things that they've seen since this conservatorship has ended that has made them uncomfortable. Remember, these boys are not little babies. They're teenagers, about to be adults, viewing things that we don't see or hear. I know all you Britney fans think that you know it all about this whole situation. Yes, you might know the legal situation, but you don't know what these boys are seeing. And I know a lot of people don't like Kevin Federline. They're like, why is he doing it? These boys are old enough to say to their dad, I don't want to go there. Or I do want to go there. I do want to have a relationship with my mom. But we all seen the things on social media with Britney Spears. And I know a lot of people like, oh, Britney's free. Or, a lot of people like to hype these celebrities when they necessarily shouldn't be hyped up. And they really do need someone helping them. As I said before, this whole situation with Jamie Spears and Britney, I do think that Jamie may have maybe drunk with power. When he first got involved, it was to help his daughter. But then the amount of money that was coming in. Look, even when she did her Vegas show, I was like, Britney Spears doesn't need to be doing a Vegas show. I could tell from her performances, but all the fans like, yes, Britney, yes. And we all knew that she wasn't well. Sam, her husband, has taken to social media to address Kevin Federline, and he says this. Sam posted on his Instagram stories this: to clarify, my wife has never posted new selfies except of her butt, which is quite modest these days. All other posts were implied nudity, which can be seen in any ad for lotion or soap. There is no validity to his statement regarding the kids distancing themselves, and it's irresponsible to make that statement publicly. The boys are very smart and will be 18 soon to make their own decisions and may eventually realize that the tough part was having a father who hasn't worked much in over 15 years as a role model. Kevin's gravy train will end soon, which probably explains the timing of these hurtful statements. I do not know him personally and have nothing against him aside him choosing to vilify my wife. His character is revealed by approval of the cruel 13-year conservatorship, and his loyalty to Jamie indicates his approval at the time of his conception as well. Things that are now considered normal issues and behavior easily dealt with therapy or other ways were magnified to justify a 13-year prison sentence. Anyone approving of it is wrong or benefiting from it somehow. I will not comment on this matter again, except to say I have a job. He didn't stop there. He then says on his social media, I wish him the best and hope he has a more positive outlook in the future for benefit of all involved. But for now, keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Look, there's a lot that can be said here. And as I said before, Kevin has benefited from the conservatorship, but he was the primary care provider. If the roles were reversed, you guys would be saying the same thing about him. He should be taking care of Britney and the kids. We talk about equality, that would be equality. The timing of this is interesting. However, I do believe the boys. And like I said to you before, if I didn't see Britney Spears' behavior on social media, and especially since the conservatorship ended, and just kind of look like she's attacking a lot of people, and she might be mad. Of course, she's been in this 13-year conservatorship, and maybe they went way too far. But I also look at Sam with the side eye, because how are you with someone that in my personal opinion, doesn't seem 100% there? Come on. I know I'm not the only one that feels this way and is looking at the situation this way. I've seen your comments. Britney Spears does not seem 100%, in my opinion. And Kevin did not say just the fact that, she was posting these selfies on social media have bothered the boys. That was just one thing. He said they have seen things in her care that has made them uncomfortable. Unfortunately, God forbid this goes to court, the court might deem it as such. I don't believe she's currently fighting to have the boys live with her or be with her. But if they've chosen not to be in her presence, kids are smart. Kids, especially a 16 or 15-year-old, they're able to tell their dad, no, I want to see my mom. I don't believe that Kevin would stop them from seeing their mom. But they soon will be 18, and we will see how all this will play out once they do turn 18. It's a sad situation all around. These boys want to be with their mom, and their mom wants to be with them. Jamie Spears, Kevin Federline, all that aside. Guys, I want to know your reaction to this. Maybe you have a completely difference of opinion when it comes to this whole Britney Spears situation. But like I said, I haven't talked about this often. We've covered this when we were covering the conservatorship and them battling to have it ended. But it's been a while since we talked about the Britney Spears situation. Let's continue this conversation below. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.